All right, all right, all right, all right. And welcome to Modded Survival Island. Woohoo. Okay, since last time, let me just hold on. My volume's way down here. Better. Okay, since last time, I have done a few things. First of all, I went ahead and did some mining, and I found some. Yeah, that's better. Found some diamonds, found some obsidian, etc. I've been working on my tinkers. I expanded my house, and I've been doing some very modest background activities with the mine colonies. I've been letting them build up a little bit, but not too much, if you get my drift. I built this second area for the house, extending it outwards towards the sea here. So now it's more of a rectangle rather than the square. You can see where one half ended and the other half begins there. Much larger inside. And so I figured I'd bring you back in at this point in time to give you a quick update on our colony, and maybe we could begin some of the other mods as well. And one thing we definitely need to do today is go to the Nether, because we do need chiseled quartz for our fancy park. Okay, let me show you what's going on. So this is the warehouse, and that got suspended at one point during construction. Ooh, ow. What was that? Was that the... Oh, those are... Ow. So that got suspended. Somebody else started building something else, and then... Anyway, so we've got... Kind of just to summarize here, we've got 1, 2, 3 houses complete. We've got our town hall. We've got our 2 builder areas. We have the lumberjack here, and we have this one, which is new since last episode. That's our delivery man. And we are going to be trying to finish the warehouse today so that the delivery man can start actually doing stuff. Now, we're also building this fancy park, and I had to make a whole bunch of brick stairs for it. And now they need chiseled quartz, which is crazy. So we're going to have to go get some of that from the Nether, which is fine because we needed to go there anyway. One thing I'm interested in, by the way, I just kind of had this thought. I'm just seeing if there's a Twilight Forest mod for 1.11.2, and it looks like maybe there is. We should totally add this. If, assuming this is good to go for 1.11, and it sure looks like it, I'll be adding that off camera. I just had that thought, so I'll do that between this episode next. Because I do want to go to the Twilight Forest. Why is it... hold on. For some reason, the internet background was taking over my stream here. Okay, so let's see what these guys need today. One of them needs oak wood, the other one needs chiseled quartz. And it's Noah that needs the oak wood because he's building our warehouse. And we've given him a ton of materials already for this warehouse. But we'll give him some more today, obviously. I'll go ahead and grab some of those extras as well. I've been slowly adding more chickens to the area. Every now and then I'll get a couple of eggs and I'll throw them down. I'll get an extra chicken every once in a while. So that's been super nice. But we are going to go back here. By the way, the Town Hall Level 2 finished. I'll show you inside in just a second. The warehouse is coming along nicely. All of the interior struts are in, it looks like. And we just need to give this guy a few more resources to finish it up. Give him a full stack there. Okay, so what was I gonna do? Oh, let's take a look at the town hall. So I finished this off camera. Ooh, spruce wood stairs. Yikes. Can certainly start some spruce wood stairs. But that's only 16. We need more. Well, we'll give them a start. And I'll have to go get some more in a second. And as you can see, the other guy needs 36 chiseled quartz blocks, which is super expensive at this stage in the game. So actually, our town hall is pretty cool. First of all, it's where our people are going to gather. They expanded this table. And we've got 4 here. And I think 2 is the level of the town hall. So they put this little like kitchen in with stone and furnace and everything. We can totally use that. Also, totally we can use this bed. And I'll use it right now. It will reset my spawn. Not the end of the world. But, you know, so it's kind of more realistic as a place where my citizens come at night if they don't have a home. So that is the town hall. And let's go get some more. I need 34 spruce wood stairs. And so I'll just go over here and get some more spruce wood. We'll make some stairs. And then we might go ahead and head to lay nether. I've been putting more bamboo up as we've been going here. Oh, I built this guy too. I should have mentioned this. This is Richard Simmons. I went ahead and named him that. I used the NPC wand. I had to make a recipe by going to global recipes, and you can see I had to make this bamboo shoot recipe, 2 bamboo leaves. Unfortunately, with Growthcraft being in the state of development that it's in, it's a little bit tricky to do much with that. I need 34 of these guys. Okay. So there's the stairs, and that's 24. I'll need a few more. I think that should probably just about do it. I might want to think about having my woodcutter get a little bit more spruce going. Let's also grab 1 flint. Oh, I only had 1. I upgraded all of my tools to iron off camera, by the way. So now, oh, and I built a few more. So after building this tool station last time, I now have access to these 2nd tier tools. So I built 1 of each of these, the hammer, the excavator, and the lumber axe. I have not yet built a scythe, and I have not done anything with advanced weaponry at all. But the main things was the tools. Grab an iron here as well, and then we'll make our traditional flint and steel for the nether portal. Okay, and then what was the other thing? Yeah, the stairs. Okay, so we're gonna go deliver these stairs. I built this bridge. It's not that good, and frankly, it leads into this giant sand pit, which is kind of annoying. I need to fill that in with sand, basically. And I think the easiest way to do that, actually, I'll show you what the excavator does. You get up to 9 blocks at a time with this puppy. And for more precise digging, you'll want to use your shovel. Ooh, that had some collapse there. Okay. And let's see if I can get that filled in a little bit better. Okay, so there's that, and then let's just fill this in a little bit as well. One of the nice things about Terra Firma Craft that I like to play a lot is that the gravity mechanic does a better job filling in holes like this, because it makes blocks that are on the edge of a hole automatically collapse into the hole, which is super convenient. Alright, that should be good. Obviously the shaders have the sand really, really bright right now, so kind of an inconvenient time to work with sand, but oh, and that cobble, that just marks that it goes down to the caverns below. It's like yet another way down there. So I'll just have to keep that in mind. Alright, Noah, let's build this puppy. Okay. And I do have some wood. That's probably oak wood planks. Okay. Alright, fine. Well, hopefully that's all he needs. Yeah, he's building the roof right now. My guess is he's going to need just a little bit more before he finishes, but we're going to go ahead and go to the Nether. We'll continue to feed him materials as we go. But I want to get started on the chiseled quartz blocks. I'm just grabbing a little bit of sand, mostly because I would like, if need be, the ability to move around and stuff in the Nether. One thing I was thinking about off camera between episodes was how much nicer this would have been if I could have found a seed that had like a cliff or something, because like if you think about like movies and like survival shows and like TV shows about people lost on islands, a lot of the time you'll see like a giant cliff face where they can go up to like Castaway, for example. There's that giant cliff where Tom Hanks thinks he's gonna hang himself. You know, so I'd like there to be a giant cliff on this island. Unfortunately, there's not. As a matter of fact, the tallest point on the island might be that forest, or it might even be this. You maybe get a sense of that if we do the topography map. I don't know, does that really indicate anything? It's hard to say. I guess the lighter, the taller. So maybe this little guy right there is the tallest, right in the forest. It's really hard to say. Okay, well let's go on and just go ahead and go to the Nether. I could always build an artificial cliff. Alright, so to go to the Nether, obviously we'll take our flint and steel now. I do have the graveyard mod, so if this goes poorly, we can always go back and get our stuff. And I probably would get cobblestone if I didn't have that mod, so I could make a little bunker. You know, there's always the option if you do get yourself into a difficult situation to cheat in, or to cheat and get yourself out of that situation. I've never been to the Nether with shaders on, so this is a cool experience. Obviously, the brightness of the, you know, the glowstone and the lava is pretty cool. And I think what I probably want to do is maybe use the sand to mark this. I don't think there's going to be a huge issue with ghasts attacking that portal. Ooh, this is neat. We have magma blocks. I think we probably spawned in pretty close to the bottom of the Nether, it looks like. I haven't worked a lot with magma blocks, as is the case with a lot of people in Minecraft, because they're kind of hard to get unless you end up with a really good situation like this. I'll use my hammer. I'll just take all of these magma blocks just to have. They have their uses. And I'll take the nether blocks as well, because those are useful as well. And this is tainted soil from the Natura mod. That's interesting. I don't know what that is, really. So I'll get a little bit of that just to have. And then the main thing we're getting is the quartz. Unfortunately, I don't have enough lapis or anything to start making whatchamacallit, well, to modify my tools to make them with a luck modifier. And there is cobalt, so I definitely want that. That is basically represents the next tier. When I cannot mine that. The next tier in technology. There's Ardite as well. The nice thing about not having bazillion and one different, you know, random mods that deal with all sorts of things. The nice thing about that is that I can easily see the ones that I do have in terms of Tinker's ores, such as the Ardite and Cobalt. If I had like Nether Mithril and stuff, it would blend into that pretty well. That glowstone is really bright. I do have Breaking Bad on in the background if you're curious what that sound is. Did I get all of the wood? I'm looking to get another type of tree here. Yeah, and I only got 3 nether quartz from that. Sorry, I had to turn the volume down there. I don't know if these leaves are decaying or if that's just, if I'm just being impatient. What the deal is there. Well, I guess that leveled up my broadsword. Okay, and I did get a sapling, so that's the main thing. I can go put this next to my lumberjack and start getting ghostwood. Ghostwood looks kind of cool, I guess. I'd rather have, well, there's also darkwood, and bloodwood is the most useful because it's super strong. I'll probably start using bloodwood for handles and things on my items. Alright. A lot of experience to be made from harvesting the nether quartz. And the hammer sure does make it a lot easier and more convenient. Hammer, of course, for those who don't know, mines a 3x3x1 area. It's a plane that is the, you know, sort of where you're facing like this. And it's a tinker's tool that you make. We had to make item molds and stuff. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind with this is that well, one thing to keep in mind about this playthrough in general is that I'm not showing off all of the mods, and I don't really feel like going into Tinkers that much because everybody and their mother does Tinkers all the time. It's so common that it's almost not worth showing off. It's a great mod. I love it. Very useful, very fun, even now, after using it so many times. There we go. That should block off the lava. I'd really like to maybe get the regeneration tool for my tools. It's a really poorly constructed sentence, but you know what I mean. Alright. So I'm gonna go over here and try to get this. Yeah, that's a dark wood or whatever it's called. This is kind of precariously placed, and I don't really care about the wood so much as the. Whoa, shit! That scared me a lot, and that actually went really well. And unfortunately, I cannot collect that. For some reason, his fire charge wasn't on fire. I'm not sure if that's a shader's issue or what. Okay, I did get the sapling there. I'll leave the tree for now. Just move on. That guy scared the hell out of me. Well, I don't see any nether fortresses right off the bat. And I think I harvested the most easily accessible nether quartz. There's some there. So that means we may have to go on a bit of an expedition to find like nether warts and stuff like that. I'm just making a little staircase here. Almost got a full stack of quartz. I'm going to need a lot more than that in general. There's a whole gravel layer up there. I'm going to use torches to hopefully light my way back. The way that you harvest aluminum or ardite and cobalt here in the nether is you have to get this material called alumite, which is a combination of iron, aluminum, and obsidian. I do have the obsidian blocks now, so I can start making that. Oh, man. It's so hard to see these blocks with the shaders on. I wonder if these nether trees are immune to burning up in the lava. The trees are added by the Natura mod, and I'm glad they're added because, let's be honest, the nether was quite boring without them. Even with them, it's still kind of boring until we get to another fortress. Put this here to mark that ardite. And then, that looks like it might be fuse wood up there. This appears to be the same. Yes, fuse wood. Fuse wood is interesting because it blows up. And it can do some damage. Boy, that is a efficient axe on those leaves. Did I get that fuse wood sapling? No. Got to make room, so I guess I will get rid of these feathers. Yeah, I don't need those. I do have a mod that causes chickens to shed feathers periodically, so... Alright, let's go this way. There's a bloodwood tree. I'd sure love to get my hands on a sapling. Problem is, well, no, I do have nether rack. I was gonna say you have to grow that upside down from netherrack, but I do have plenty of netherrack from this expedition. And let's get some more quartz. I really need to start thinking about making backpacks too. Alright. So a little bit more quartz and I should be good to go. I think I want to maybe try to get that second stack full. It's 39, so I've almost got 64. This will be like 50 or 43, and this will be like 50. Ooh, shit. Okay. Well, we died again. I don't even know how that happened. I must let some lava in from the side there. You gotta be real careful in the nether, obviously. And of course we spawned back at the town hall because that's where we last slept. No big deal. I do like to drop off these death advisories, though. One way we could deal with that lava is using cobblestone to kill it, or possibly getting it in a bucket. I think I'll just go with the cobblestone for now. Okay, so let's go back down. Back down to the nether. Okay. Now let's see if we can find where we died, I guess. Okay, it's up there, so gotta remember how I did this. Did I go over here? I don't know if this is actually the way I went. Oh, there's another fortress. That's convenient. But it's not what we're looking for. Okay, so if I died in that direction, maybe we went up somewhere in this direction. I dug a giant staircase into the wall. So let's try going up here. I don't remember this at all. Probably should have marked my trail better. Oh, here it is. Okay. So that means we're on the right trail. Yeah, that's a whole nether fortress over there. See those arches? That's really convenient. And there's where the fuse wood was. A lot of ghostwood saplings here as well. And then we went this way. Yes, we're in good shape. Okay, so this is a good example of how to deal with it if you happen to die while you're out and about. You'll just want to find the source of the lava, and in this case it appears to be there. Okay, so that clears up the lava, and then I'll just get that. And then I need to figure out what I'm gonna jet is in here. Probably the sticks. Yeah, okay. So we had 49, so this will be 50, 51. I'm just getting some of this nether quartz. Hopefully finish up down here. I like to leave these little gravestones because they're kind of cool. Alright, so we do have another fortress back here, and I feel like we have sufficient quartz to proceed. Okay, so I just gotta find my torch path back. Now, just because we have Natura and have some added features to the Nether here, doesn't make the Nether any less scary or intimidating than it otherwise normally is. Okay, so how do I get over there? Alright, and I think... yes, here we go. And we have Endermen. Except for, are they really Endermen? Was there a mod that added Endermen to the... Or did they get updated? I can't... See, I don't play vanilla enough to know whether they updated vanilla to... Oh boy. To add Endermen to the nether. Yeah, we definitely don't want to be anywhere near our portal when those charges hit. So I'm just going to retreat over here. And then I'm going to grab our sword. Okay. I could probably kill this guy. Oof. Oh, that worked. Again, I don't believe I'm going to get any gas tiers because I believe they went in the... Oh, nope, there's some. Alright, so let me get rid of the sand. I don't need that. Okay, I guess I could grab this quartz while I'm over here. Okay, so there's our portal. So here is the fortress. And I could probably just dig my way up in a staircase pattern. You know, like a diagonal pattern. I'll probably do that off camera though, because it'd probably take a while. But that seems to be the best way to access the Nether Fortress, so let me just mark that with some torches. And then should we head back out? I think that was a good first venture. We didn't get the bloodwood yet, but we found plenty, and we certainly found the Nether portal, or Nether Fortress. So that's the main thing, and we got plenty of quartz. Now, for those who don't work with quartz very often, you might have to use any eye to remember these recipes. I certainly will have to refresh myself. But we need chiseled quartz. Alright, and here it is. So we just used 2 quartz slabs. Quartz slabs are from 3 quartz blocks. Quartz blocks are just 4 quartz. Okay, so easy enough. This is gonna just, we don't even need a furnace or anything. But let's finish with this. Okay, so I'll just do this. Alright. And I'm gonna go plant some of these. Well, I'm gonna go plant at least one of these trees over here. Right next to our lumberjack, so he can start getting some of these trees. Dark wood. Actually, I should probably be careful with the dark wood because I only have one of those. I'll do this one manually until I have more saplings. Did I get it? Yeah, I got an egg. Well, let me go drop off some stuff because my inventory is too full. I need 27 oak planks as well. Alright, so Yeah, I made this into sort of an all-purpose plant drawer. Put my ink and gas tier. This is an adventuring drawer. Put these random blocks in here for now. Alright. That's fine for now. I don't know why I'm carrying around this aluminum either. Okay, now with that, we can go ahead and finish what we were doing. Okay, so that will produce... That's 12. I'm going to need quite a bit more. Because I need how many? 36. Okay, so I just need 3 times that. We may have to use all of this. Alright. Try this again. Oops. Yeah, we're going to need quite a bit more. We may need to go back to the Nether. But it'll at least get him started on the project. All right. He needs the oak planks. The other one is the one that I love this rain, by the way. This is a beautiful, like the shaders do like weather, and look at the ground, like it even turns the ground wet. I love that. I'll go to bed real quick. Okay. Alright, so with that, and unfortunately the weather's cleared up, I really liked that. Where the oh, I'm just gonna go grab some oak real quick. And we don't appear to have any. Is he out of axes? Or no, he has axes. I don't know why he doesn't have any oak in his thing. Is he having issues? Where is the guy? Hang on, one of my cats just knocked over the garbage. I'll be right back. Okay. Guess I should have paused the game, huh? Not sure why he's not getting these trees. Oh, and our fuse wood grew already. Okay, well, I just recalled him. It's a good way to reset things if you're having an issue. Where the hell is he going? Not sure where he's going here. This is very odd behavior from this lumberjack. Was he trying to cut down this ghost wood? I guess so. That's very strange that he'd go for this tree of all trees. Yeah, he's getting it, but it's pretty tough for him. Okay, well, regardless, I guess let's give these planks over to Noah. Okay, that should help him finish that warehouse. And then we'll give these chiseled quartz blocks over to Ray, our first builder. I don't know if you call him the main builder or not. Might be offensive. Okay, and that's going to be most of what he needs. He'll need 6 more at some point, but this will get him through to the next phase of the project, presumably. Let me start filling in down here with cobble for stability. Spruce wood slab. Noah needs a whole bunch of spruce wood slabs. Great. Well, maybe we'll just go ahead and use up the rest of our spruce wood on that. Why do I have the feeling that, yeah, this isn't even close to sufficient to get this tree to come down? We're gonna have to clean that up manually. Let's get that in our inventory. We can easily get some more spruce wood with our lumber axe now. It's a lot less tedious than it was with a hatchet. Just try to keep track of how many of these I cut down. That's 5, I think. Maybe 6. And that way, when we start getting the saplings, we'll know how many to replant. Okay, so, and that's our warehouse guy, or our delivery guy. He's the one with that message about needing a place to... Probably went overboard with those spruce slabs, but whatever. Needing a warehouse to work out of. Yeah, I'm sure I overdid that. Oh well. I won't complain about having too many of... Okay, 22 pillar quartz now. Boy, this guy really needs his quartz. Is there a way I can make quartz, by the way? Because some mods like to... We do have nether quartz ore berry. We can cook nether quartz ore into quartz. We can find it on other planets as well. And there's something called the enrichment chamber, which is from, who knows, mechanism maybe? We can mana infuse conjunction catalyst double. We can use one of the bees mods to make it. Yeah, so I mean the short answer is it's tough to get without manually going and finding it. Alright, so that should be good enough for replanting. And I'm sure the warehouse is... Well, there's a skeleton dying just now. Was he just out here or what? Was he in this pool? He must have gotten caught on the rock or something. Why are his arrows way over here? It's odd. Well, anyway. 18 spruce planks. I think we can... Yes, we can do that. So I guess what I'll have to keep doing a little bit off camera is nether exploration. But before I end today's episode, let's talk about Botania, shall we? And maybe I'll even try to do a little growth craft. So again, growth craft, normally you would get the materials from, well, vines in previous builds, and then villages in more recent builds. But in this case, I'm going to try planting some things. So I'll do the apple tree and the thistle. And that'll be good enough for now. Okay, I can't plant the thistle. So I guess I'll do the apple tree. Now, ultimately, the goal of planting the apple tree is not merely to get apples, even though theoretically I can. It is to get cider. So we'll see how that goes. My cats are just going crazy right now. Okay. Let me go up here and clean this up real quick. I don't know why the lumberjack felt it necessary to come try to chop this down. Alright. Well, made progress, but I feel like there's more up there. I think what I'll do is I'll try to work on Botania a little bit. See, I feel like I can do stuff off camera if I've demonstrated that mod on camera before, but I feel like it's bad form to do much off camera if I haven't talked about the mod yet on camera. Boy, there are a lot of little offshoots to this tree. That helped a little bit there. Well, that should be most of them. And that might be all of them. Well, hopefully that will disappear tonight. Okay, let me go sleep real quick. And then we'll start Botania. Okay, so Botania, usually you want to start by finding some plants, although you can certainly do a petal apothecary. We're going to have to, I think I need more quartz for that if I remember correctly. This mod is one of the few that hasn't changed that much in the, to get to this stage. Oh, I guess I just use cobble. Okay, so let's start with that. So that's one thing you can start with when you do Botania is the petal apothecary. Now, what you want to do is you want to go find a Botania flower. What in God's name was that? Oh, it's Mr. Skeleton. What a meanie. Now, it looks like I did get that tree, so that's good. So, you know, go find a Botania flower. Now, here's a good example. This is mystical gray flower. Anything that has the word mystical in front of it, and you can kind of tell it sparkles a little bit. They typically come in sets like this, like several of the same type will be together. So that's gray, and we can do the same over here. I think there was some others. Maybe not. Yeah, that's regular. These are regular flowers here. Yeah, that's a Azure blend. Ooh, that's neat. I don't think I've seen this. Every time I go looking around the island, I always find new things. Like this little cavern here. Well, that's a source of lava and potentially ore. Let's remember that, I guess. Looked like there might be some iron. Yeah, there's a decent amount of ore there. Okay, so the point is, I didn't see any other Botania flowers, but we really don't need any more. I already have some orange ones from the middle part of the island, I think. Let's check over here. Just put my tools in my tool belt the way they should be. I wish I had the tool belt mod. You know, I don't know if it was Tinkers or something else. Might have been like thematic Tinkerer or something. I don't think it was thematic, but there was one mod in in 1.7 that gave you like the ability to go from toolbar to toolbar by using control, which is very similar to a lot of other building games. I'm thinking like Medieval Engineers, for example. You just push control, or is it shift, and then up and down, and that'll take you between toolbars. And you have a whole new set of hotkeys that'll work for that particular toolbar. Alright, I didn't see anything over there in terms of Botania flowers. Let me just quickly... 17 torches, okay. Let me give him the torches, and then we'll go over to the other side of the island. If he's doing torches, that means he's almost done with the warehouse, which is awesome. Should see that in the dialogue below in a second. Yes, he's done. Now he's going to go build a house, and the delivery man's going to get to work right away. Now we're going to go... Man, I got to stop doing ghostwood. Look, I got to get rid of those. It's not appropriate for our lumberjack to be doing that. And I hope he didn't, like, blow up on the fuse wood either. He's got to get to work. This is a very thick forest now. I probably planted too closely when I replanted some of these trees, but theoretically our lumberjack will normally take care of those, except he was busy being distracted by our new Natura woods from the nether, so... Okay, those are just Minecraft daisies. Ooh, that's neat. Still thinking there's more Botania. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so these are purple, or whatever. Yeah, purple. And then it's tall purple. I'm going to leave that because we are not skilled enough to deal with that right now. But these are white. And purple again. Let me just pop over here and see what's over here. And we do have these crops from the beginning we got on episode 1. Could have sworn we had mystical green flowers as well. I may have harvested those previously and just stored them. Yeah, I think that's probably going to do it for the mystical flowers, so let's head back. I'll clean these alien floating saucer trees up after I, off camera after I finish this episode. I hate those. That pisses me off. I think whenever a mod designs trees, it needs to make sure that all of the wood pieces are connected. Okay, so yeah, we do have mystical green as well. So let me put away some stuff. Noah needs 38 cobble. Those up there. Okay, so I'm gonna put all of our oh, that's a different color. That's magenta. Okay. And I need to put that away. Alright, let me see if I have any more. So mystical green, white, gray. And here's the orange. Okay. So I believe that might be it. Yes, it looks to be all that I have. And what we're going to do now is we're going to build the petal apothecary. So we're going to take some of this cobble that we have. And we're going to use that. 1 second here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to take our cobble. As I recall, we needed some slabs. And then 1 petal. So the petal we make by taking, and we'll just use the one that we have the most of, which is gray. And then we'll need to make a pedestal like this, I believe it was. Yes. Okay, so with the petal apothecary, oh, and by the way, you can read all about this in your Lexica Botania. Now, we may not have started with one, actually. I think we may have gotten this from, I don't remember where we got this, to be honest. So right-clicking this book. Sorry about that. Show notes. And bookmark. I don't even know. Okay, what you can do is, and we'll just do this right over here for now, is you can take your book and you can right-click an item, and it will define whatever you're looking at. Left shift. Okay, so this will tell us all about the petal apothecary. We use water bucket and it will accept mystical petals and some seeds. And I think we need to shift click on Interesting stuff. I need to get inside before it gets too dangerous out here. Alright, let's try this. And let me just put that on the ground there. Alright, so this will give us a definition of these flowers. And we can make a pestle and mortar to make into powder. And that can be for dye. I guess we can use regular Minecraft flowers. Floral fertilizer. We mix bone meal with floral powder. And that'll grow mystical flowers. So we need powder. Oh, we can do that with dandelions and poppies as well. So let me try that. So grab a bone, and I'll grab my 2 dandelions here, and I believe we have some poppies over here. We could simply bone meal the ground as well, and I'm sure we'd get some, but might as well use the ones we have. Okay. I didn't even know you could do this with conventional materials. I think it said to do this. Yes. Okay, so with the floral fertilizer, we can create, by going to chunk of grass here, we can create mystical flowers that we didn't otherwise have. So we got a brown one there, and a black one, and then a light or a lime green one, which is different than the ones we already had. So that's pretty cool. And pestle and mortar, how do I... a bowl, a thing, and a stick. Alright. So I need some wood. He needs the cobblestone, by the way. Just gonna grab that amount of wood there, and we're going to create sticks and a bowl, and we're going to create pestle and mortar. Yes, there we are. Okay, and with the pestle and mortar we can create the powder that we were talking about earlier. What the hell? Okay, you know what? Why is our frickin' lumberjack coming all the way over here to harvest lumber? I don't understand that. Well, the good news is that theoretically I can, yeah, so there's a, here. Okay, so with this sapling, I'm gonna go plant it over there, so hopefully the lumberjack doesn't get to it. Now, fortunately, those apple leaves were still intact, so I could probably still harvest them somehow. But I'm probably gonna be stuck doing it over here because the frickin' lumberjack is too stupid to stick to his own territory for some reason. I'm not sure why. Okay. The main thing that you want to start thinking about with Botania, though, is how do you start creating mana? Because we're going to need an infusion pond. And we're going to need to... Oh, and we need a pure daisy as well. Okay, so anyway, I was reading about these, and we got to the fertilizer. Got to that one, and then we... Okay. Taller variants of mystical flowers can only be gathered with shears. Twice the amount of petals is normal. We can make petal blocks. That's interesting. Okay, so that is mystical flowers. Now, I'm going to put most of these away. All the ones that we don't have a lot of, I'm going to put away. Actually, I'll put all of them away except for the gray. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to create a pure daisy. A pure daisy is here, and we need 4 mystical white petals to create that pure daisy. So what we want to do to get that, obviously, is a couple of these. And I think we need that bottle of water now, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe a seed. Okay. Okay, that did not work. There we go. I just kind of missed. No problem. And we need to do the petals. I guess I have to drop them in there like that. And then it needs seeds. Okay, so that used up the water. But we did get our pure daisy, and that's the main thing. Okay, so I'm going to place this... I don't know. I guess I'll place it here. These pigs are in the way. I need to... So tempted to slaughter them. Now what you can do with the pure daisy is 2 things. First of all... I'll show you this. You can put... does it have to be... I think it might have to be cooked stone. So I'm going to cook that up. Let's do this. Pure daisy is not only the most basic, but also the most important flower a botanist can have. It'll purify adjacent wood and stone blocks. So I think it does have to be smooth stone. We then use, and it can do wood, and then we use the wood to make a twig. This is how we get the pure daisy. We already did that. We can turn netherrack into cobblestone, soul sand into sand, ice into packed ice, water into snow. Interesting, I guess. Wonder how we would even get the water into snow. That looks complicated, but we could figure it out. And that's how we make it. Okay, so that's what a pure daisy does, and we will get to the other thing. So while we're waiting on those stones, let's do a ring of wood. Theoretically, it can handle Natura woods. We'll see, I guess. Looks like it's working. There's particle effects. Alright, and then let's grab these. And now we'll just wait. And nothing seems to be happening. Hopefully it's just taking its time. There we go. Okay. So now that that's converted to living wood, and I'm very pleased that that worked, we can go ahead and harvest that with an axe, just like normal. Okay. 8 living wood. Now we can make that into our twig. And we'll come back and do some more with that in a second. But let's make these smooth stones into living stone. Get rid of this spruce tree real quick. And let me go ahead and make another batch of smooth stone. And let me sleep. Okay, so with the new day, let's check our stone. It is still processing, so we'll just wait on that. Get rid of this maple tree as well. And there goes the living stone, I hear. Yeah, it started. Oh, you know what I did? This is so stupid. I obviously placed that around the mystical gray flower. So let me just move the daisy over here so I don't have to break these pure, or the smooth stone blocks and make them into cobble. Get this sapling here. Okay, there's the spruce. Okay, and while we're waiting on that, we need to start thinking about monopool. Oh, here it is. Okay, so we need 5 living rocks for that. So we can make 1. And we better do another set of living rock. Because we're going to need 2. You'll need at least 2 of these pools. Okay, and then let's go over here and use our crafting table. Make a monopool. And let's set this here for now. Now, let's use this on this. Mana pool is, simply put, storage of mana, blah blah blah, mana spreaders. Any functional flowers can use the power from the mana pool, basically. Mana pools come in diluted and better one. Normal one. Oh, I guess I could have done that with slabs to make a diluted mana pool. Well, we can use this to create different items. And that's pretty cool. I'm trying to remember what the particular type of early game flower that we're going to need is. I think it's is it? That's going to be sunflower. Is it a? We already have the pure daisy. Is there another type of daisy? I guess I could do. Okay, it's a yellow flower that I'm looking for here, and not a mystical one. And they might have changed this a little bit in the updated version of the mod, but I doubt it. I think it's maybe sun. Well, I'm not seeing it up here. Or down here. I may have to look this up off camera. Well, we can do a wand. So we can create a wand by using these twigs. So let's do that. So what we'll do is we'll make a couple more flower petals, and we'll use 3 of these twigs. And there's a wand of the forest, so that's good. I think they might have updated the flowers a bit, because I don't see the sun daisy or whatever it was called. I guess I could try making that. I have another idea. Let me try looking for generating. Because that one is called a generating flower. What about like an endoflame? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into this a little bit, maybe off camera, and we'll build whatever makes sense. Let's finish today's episode by making some cooking for blockheads stuff. Cooking for blockheads is an amazing mod that allows you to streamline your food production in-game by creating several useful multi-block items that connect to each other that can be used to make cooking quite a bit easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a bunch of iron. And we're going to grab some wood. Yeah, let me do that. And we're going to start out by making a refrigerator. Refrigerator, which does not require electricity, is simply a chest with an iron door next to it. So let's make 2 iron doors. Oh, we made way too many. That's okay. We'll find a use for them. Probably in more refrigerators later, but let's start out by this is going to be our kitchen. Let's start out by placing the refrigerator here. Now, what you want to do is you want to put some food in there, and you can put cooked, uncooked, it doesn't matter. Anything that could potentially be used for food, including salt, I believe. And probably this rotten flesh, I think. But mainly things like sugar, wheat, even seeds. Well, I don't know. That might be a Pam's Harvest Craft thing. Let's start out with the basics. We do not have Pam's Harvest Craft for what it's worth, and I don't plan on getting it. It is a complicated mod that expands our food variety but doesn't really add a whole lot to the game, in my opinion. Okay, so that's pretty much all of the food I can think of. And then what you want to do is get a oven and a cooking table. Let's do the cooking table. That's 3 stone and 5 hardened clay, and then the Cooking for Blockheads book. What we need to do is get a book and burn it in a oven to make Cooking for Blockheads. So let's start some hardened clay. And then let's get 1 harvest of sugarcane real quick, because we're going to need this anyway. Okay. And then let's make this into paper. And then let's make a book. You only need 1. I made more paper than I needed, but okay, there's our book. And then let's cook that up. And I'll put the rest of these in here. And then let's see how that's doing. So we have 5 hardened clay. And we do have the Cooking for Blockheads book. Now you can use this manually, by the way, and you can just read it, and it will tell you recipes. But we can also make it into Cooking for Blockheads 2. We'd simply put 2 diamonds and 2 crafting tables, and it would be Cooking for Blockheads 2. Or we can do the no filter edition that shows all the recipes just by crafting it into itself. But what I'm interested in is this, which is the oven. So what we need to do is we do need to make Cooking for Blockheads 2, apparently. And so I'll need couple of those. Go ahead and sleep for the night. And hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and make a couple of crafting tables. And I guess we'll have to use those diamonds to get this. And what we'll do with this is we'll take our Cooking for Blockheads book and just make that into Cooking for Blockheads 2. Now, same type of thing, but we can actually make things using this as a crafting grid now that it's in our inventory. But more importantly, we can take our hardened clay and some smooth stone, and we can make this oven, or this cooking table rather. And this is what we want. Okay, so with the cooking table, and I'm going to put it here, it now shows us all the things we can make. We can make bread, we can make... I don't even know what that is. Make sugar, I can make beetroot soup, I can make cooked mutton, and I can make baked potatoes. And that's what we can make with the ingredients in here, and if we keep adding to this, we can make more. This mod works really well with Pam's Harvest Craft. In fact, I'm half tempted to add it now, just because it'll make it a little bit more useful. Let me put these away. Okay. So, and then let's finish this episode. Let's make a sink. Okay, so I need 5 more of these. Alright, so we're gonna make a sink now, and that is done in a similar method as we just did here, except for we need a bucket of water. Because, you know, sinks operate by just having 1 bucket of water. And we'll need 3 smooth stone. And we'll need these 5 clay in a second. We're also going to be building the we already did that. An oven. That's pretty cool. I guess that's just storage. Similar to the fridge, I guess. Oh yeah, the oven is iron with black stained glass. May have to... I think I can just do this, can't I? Yeah, I can just do this. Yeah. And then I would just need 1 iron. This aluminum away. There we go. Okay, so let me grab this out. So let's start with that sink. So the sink was this. No, I think it was iron. Yes, there's the sink. Okay. And then in order to make the other one, a little bit more iron there. Oh, and I guess I get my bucket back. Thanks. Okay. The other one was that and that. And what was in the middle of the oven? It was a furnace. Okay, so I need 8 cobble. Okay. And that goes there. And the iron. Okay, so now we have an oven, which I will place here, and we have a sink, which I will place here. Now, the oven allows us to cook things using fuel in our system here. Fridge is the fridge. This allows the same thing. And the sink allows us to create fun particles. Now, it actually just provides an infinite source of water for our recipes. Okay? So, we're going to keep expanding on our kitchen as we go. It looks nice, too, by the way. But that is where we're going to do our food making. So I'm going to end the stream. It's been about an hour and a half. Had a fun time. We're going to do some more off-camera stuff. But in the meantime, if you've been watching, thank you very much. We'll see you next time on the live stream of Modded Survival Island Minecraft. Thank you very much.